What's up everybody, it's Paul from Find the Mouse and we are here at Disneyland to explore the closed attractions for Disney California Adventure. Since the opening of California Adventure, a lot of their rides were flops, and so that's why they ultimately decided to add new attractions and continuously expand upon the park. Our first stop on closed attractions is the Little Mermaid, but before the Little Mermaid, this location used to be Golden Dreams, a place of wonder and magic where you can learn about the first settlers that came to Southern California and California in general. One of the remnants of Golden Dreams is the Rotunda. I love that name, the Rotunda. The original one is located in San Francisco at an art museum. Guests would enter in through this area and be greeted by Whoopi Goldberg. Now, the original building for this ride was completely demolished until they made it into Ariel's Undersea Adventure. So not much is left from the original attraction except for this wonderful, magnificent architectural wonder. Unfortunately, Golden Dreams was eventually closed due to lack of popularity. Our next attraction is the Maliboomer, a high-flying ride that would shoot you from the ground directly into the sky and then back down again. That ride was located directly next to what used to be the Fun Wheel, or should I say, the Sun Wheel. A part of Disney's continued expansion, they ultimately closed the Maliboomer due to lack of popularity because nobody really wanted to go on it. It was okay. I mean, it shot you up twice, up and down, but it was literally right here in between the Sun Wheel and the roller coaster. Part of the 2012 reopening of California Adventure came the expansion of Cars Land, and with that came our next attraction, Luigi's Flying Tires. Now, since then, Luigi's Flying Tires has been replaced with Luigi's Roll-Lickin' Roadsters, but back in the day, or should I say a few years ago, this used to be an attraction where you would sit on a tire and float around. Now, at the time when it opened, it was really popular. Then eventually people got bored of it because you moved really slow and it really wasn't that fun. But if you look, the interior of this ride has still remained the same. Not much has changed other than the ride vehicles. So all the original decor and tires and everything are still here, but the ride has changed, and I'll show you what it is right now. The current attraction features a bunch of quote-unquote Guidos dancing around to Luigi singing music. But back when the attraction first opened, there was a bunch of vents placed all across the floor, and they blew high-pressure air through the floor and allowed the tires to float around. That was actually a reboot of the original attraction that was in Disneyland, which we floated around on flying saucers. As I mentioned, everything is still intact from that ride, except for the ride vehicles are completely different. One of the more recent closures was inside of Bugs Land. Now, coming in 2018, they're closing all of Bugs Land, so that will soon be on my list of closed attractions. But the most recent closure was It's Tough to Be a Bug, a 3D show based on the movie Bugs Life, featuring Flick and Friends, animatronic characters, and more. As you can see, the sign is still outside, and a lot of the parts are still outside because it recently closed within the last few months. The original building and paintings are all still here. You could even see little Flick right here in the front, greeting guests with a refurbishment sign. The closure of Bugs Land is leading to a new expansion to the California Adventure Park with Marvel Land. Our next stop is Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios has been the home to several Disney attractions, and for some reason they keep changing it out. This industrial looking building located directly next to Stage 17 was the home of Muppets in 3D. Muppets was never really a popular attraction towards the end of its life, but then when the whole invasion of Frozen happened, they ended up changing it into voted by far one of the worst Disney attractions was Superstar Limo. The exterior of Superstar Limo still stands, but has had a major facelift. This ride featured a bunch of D-list and B-list celebrities, in which he would travel through Hollywood trying to make it big with a career. Unfortunately, this ride only lasted 2 years, but actually I said unfortunately, maybe it's fortunately because the ride was that bad, but still makes it a part of Disney history. Located inside of the animation building was one of my favorite attractions, Ursula's Grotto. The interior of the animation building has still remained the same, but one crucial point is missing. By God, look how amazing this is. All of your favorite Disney movies and Pixar movies displayed in beautiful 3D screens. All of the original attractions inside of the animation building are still here, such as Crush's Turtle Talk, the Animation Academy, and the Sorcerer's Workshop. Step into the world of Walt Disney's imagination, where all of his wildest dreams have come true. Creepy. The next stop inside of the Sorcerer's Workshop is Beast's Library. This is where you can determine which Disney character you are by using these enchanted books.
Touch the glowing bookmark and the enchanted book.
But what is now sealed off was the greatest attraction of the Sorcerer's Workshop is Ursula's Grotto. Inside Ursula's Grotto, you can do different voiceovers for your favorite Disney characters. It's getting a little spooky inside here, such as The Lion King and videos of that sort. You could even do little sing-alongs. It was really cool, but they eventually took it out to make way for Anna and Elsa. The current location of Anna and Elsa's Royal Welcome was the previous spot for the Toy Story Zoetrope. So eventually they had to close Ursula's Grotto to make it a break room for the actors, or should I say characters, inside the close-up.
Let me explain. Imagine a flipbook. You know, a big stack of paper with drawings on them, where each drawing is slightly different than the last. When you flip through them, the drawings come to life.
Our next stop is the Hyperion Theater, former home of Aladdin the Musical. Aladdin was an amazing on-stage show that featured all of your friends from Aladdin, such as the Genie, Princess Jasmine, Abu, and of course himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Aladdin. In the show, they featured a flying carpet. It was such an awesome show, but now has since been replaced by Frozen live at the Hyperion. Not much has changed at the Hyperion Theater since the days of Aladdin. They still have the same signage, but a couple of new billboards towards the back. But for the most part, the whole entire queue is the same. People would wait over there, waiting to see Aladdin and Jasmine. Go up the stairs to the higher seating. It's all the same. Our last and final attraction is the Tower of Terror. Now everybody loves the Tower of Terror, and if you don't, I don't know what you're doing. You may be afraid of heights or drops, but that was the best ride in California Adventure. And I especially love that ride because my dad was one of the people that actually got the chance to build Tower of Terror. Now in a second I'll show you exactly what he built, but let's take a look at the exterior and the remnants of this wonderful ride. A lot of remnants still exist from the Tower of Terror, such as the Fast Pass queue. But the biggest remnant is the exterior of the ride, or should I say the interior structure. You can still see that it has the same exact shape. They just added an overlay to the ride. One of the additions my dad made to this attraction was the vents on the top right part of the tower. If I zoom in, you can still see them today, even with the Guardians of the Galaxy overlay. So that vent right there on the side is what he actually built. Now he used to climb, oh my gosh, all the scaffold to go to the very top every single day just to construct that one vent.